Well, hello all. Glorious evening here in Blighty, as you would say. Bit of a update, Wednesday update. I'm going to tag along a kind of bit of a kit outline, a bit more to show my stash of, well, all my ingredients and things that I've got in stock at the moment, just on the end of this video. But anyway, I thought I'd just fill a few little things in the meantime. Not be well. This weekend I had a brew day, but didn't film it. I made a very simple bitter Marisotta, Fuggles, bit Pilgrim to bitter. So that was it really. That all seemed to go well. I put some SF-Ale04 in. My smash beer is coming along. It's in the fermentation fridge there now, and it's just on the final stages of fermentation. I'm just waiting for it to just finish off bubbling. I found out I can't actually do keg conditioning, so what I think that applies to everybody actually. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rack it into a corny keg, stick a bit of pressure on, and then push it out with my beer gun into bottles which have got sugar in already. Insofar as how much sugar to use, I think it's about maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon each, but I'll read up those figures soon. I have news from Ireland that things are coming from Germany, so hopefully new kit will arrive soon. A few weeks ago I had a going away do with a friend, but I actually got invited, and I got invited to do some judging for the Camera Beer of Britain or something. So I did some judging for the best beer, which was the English Golden Ale. That was picked the right one, but I'm not a very good judge really, because I sense it smells terrible. But typically enough, of all the beers there, that was the only one which had been dry hopped. So that's the one that stood out quite well. Other news. No other news really. I'm going to tag even more, a little bit more news on the end of my my little video I'm going to put onto it here now. But hopefully next week though I should have more news to tell you. There we are. You can see here the hop at the back here is coming up really well. It really shot up in the last week or so, and the other hop, it's just going very slowly. I don't know what's going on there. Any other kit? Well, I bought a new book. It's not come yet, but I bought the book Brew Like a Monk. I wanted to do. I noticed when I was actually looking at some of my kit there, I've got quite a lot of Belgium grains and stuff like that, and I could obviously got some Pilsen malt as well, so maybe I can do something with that. So I'll read that. Also, I'm a bit bored lately. I think I've read all my beer books, and I want more reading literature to look at. And what else have I been doing? No, that's it. Okay, hang around and watch the next video coming along, tagged on the end, coming up, and have a good homebrew Wednesday, and a good week, and a good weekend. See ya. Morning. I'm going to have a little bit of a take stock, as you would do, and also to show what I normally keep in stock, and it's not typical, I suppose, but it's what I keep in stock and what I've got in stock at the moment, and perhaps why I keep it there, and also maybe some reasoning behind some strange stuff I've actually got hanging at the moment. But anyway, I'll quickly show you what I've got. Maybe I think I see quite a lot of people when they make beer, they buy exactly what they want on the day, and and that's all they do. They don't keep any stock or anything like that. They just leave it. I've been doing that for a while. I do buy for certain recipes, but since I've had the opportunity to buy more in bulk, and I mean, fair enough, I don't grind my grains. I buy all my grains pre-ground. I have thought about actually buying a grinder, and I have actually borrowed one from somebody for a while to grind some grains that I actually bought on the ground. I needed to get them ground, so I tested that out. But I think what I lose, I mean, you do lose a bit of freshness maybe, but I don't think that's much. I don't think it's much that you could actually detect, but I might be proven wrong. Let's have a look at the stash, and I'll quickly go through. I'll talk about as I do it. Right, bye. So here it all is. I recently bought some grains. So I was down in Warminster the other day and I bought a 25 kilo of marrow solder. That's going to be sealed up for a while, but I have actually got another. What's this one here? Yeah, I think I've got another bag there, which is another marrow solder. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I've got another half a bag there, which is marrow solder. I've got some Pilsner malt, half a bag of Pilsner malt, which I got the other day as well. And also I got another half a bag of Munich malt. These are all pre-ground and they're in sealed bags, so there's like plastic on the inside to obviously keep all the moisture out. And I just went to Screwfix and bought a shitload of cable ties, and I just cable tie up every time I finished to keep them nice and fresh. I haven't had any issues with off flavors. I take my beers to obviously my home brewers meet up, and there's quite a few guys there who are BJCP trained, and none of them ever mentioned anything about the grains tasting funny, so I'm going to go with that. So here are all the little additions I've got in stock at the moment. I've got oat husks here. I use those for making wheat beers, and I also used it recently for my rye ale. I bought them ages ago, and I think I bought them from the malt miller by the look of it. Don't get through them that often, but they don't really go off. They're just, instead, dry husks of oat. Clarified wheat. I think I was using this to make a few stouts a few months ago, but it's ideal to toss into a British bitter or anything where you want to have a bit more head retention. And don't we all love a bit of head retention? Got some amber malt. I haven't really worked out what I think I bought that for something I was going to do. But I think this is from Crafty Brews, and Crafty Brews is actually a subdomain of Brew UK. So if you ever go to Crafty Brews, it'll actually redirect you onto Brew UK. Crystal 60, just use that. I think I got some more Crystal. Yeah, I got Crystal 150 up there as well. So that's obviously just a lighter coloured crystal malt to pop into some beers I make. Got some chocolate. I got some flaked rice. I bought this from a place called the Sweet Mart, but you can buy almost 1 kilogram bags for, what's that, $1.69 there. I made that recently I used that recently with the rye ale I made, and I'm getting quite a lot of feedback from people who have drank the rye ale, drank it really as if it's like a 5% beer, and it's like they've got a bit wobbly afterwards, because obviously you can't taste the alcohol in a beer when it's been fermented with this. Well, because it obviously just produces pure alcohol, so it makes beers nice and light, nice and refreshing, but it gives it actually boosts the strength for alcohol in there. Got some Special B. I wanted to do some Belgian beers with this, and brown malt. I suppose brown malt's very similar actually to the amber, I suppose, maybe. But I want to make. I got a book here on old English beers. I want to have a go at making a few. Black malt. Now I want to make a black IPA soon, so maybe use a bit of that. Special W, that's another Belgian beer I want to make really. I have to get around to do that soon. I think I've got biscuit malt. So there I've got some biscuit malt as well. I think I'm just a bit of a shopaholic really. But anyway, and last of all, I've got some roasted barley. So there we are. So yeah, that's my stash. Perhaps we should append my hop status on at the moment onto it. So hang on a second, and we'll get to that now. So you have to excuse the washing machine in the background here. Actually, my hop levels are a bit low actually. I seem to have a bit of a mixture of beers here. I think generally European hops here. I think I want to make an American IPA or black IPA soon. But got loads of Fuggles. Hopefully I won't need to have any of those for the next few years, because I've got obviously the Fuggle plant growing outside. Got Target, that's just kind of generic hop used in, I think they used it in Guinness. It's just generic bittering hop. Don't think you can use it as an aroma hop. But a match, use that for making German beers and stuff, and I think that's in turn with this Magnum I've got here as well. I do have this sometimes that the air actually comes out of the Magnum, and when it happens like that I sometimes might just actually chuck the bag away, because it's just, I don't know how long it's been like that. But I think Magnum's such a strong, strong IBU. Looking at 15% IBU on there, I could just toss it in to bitter up a bit more. What have we got here? Got some Perla, and I've got some Pilgrim. A mate of mine bought just far too many. Coming back to me again. Kids and family making far too much noise. I don't have priorities like I've got for talking about beer making stuff. Anyway, I've got this huge bag of Pilgrim pellets. It's a combination hop. I really need to make an IPA with this really to get an idea of the flavour. I've been using it as a kind of just a basic bittering hop up to now. And yeah, so the old hop supplies are looking a bit low. Well, as an exception, obviously I've got all these channels of hops, and I'm definitely getting through them now. One thing I did do, I left a few of those in my fridge for a few days, and you can see that they really started going bad. I reckon they've started rotting, so I think there's a couple bags here which I'm just going to chuck away, which is a pity. But so obviously this is why you should really toss them in the freezer. So these two are going to get chucked away. I'm just fed up of looking at them. And let's come back to me. So yeah, like most people, I'm a bit of a hoarder. Hopefully that's been useful or interesting to you. What's coming up soon? I'm planning on doing some... I've got a couple of beers in mind at the moment. I want to do a black IPA. So I was drinking some IPA the other day, which was black, and I want to do another double IPA, American double IPA, and it's my birthday soon, so I was going to have a little party. But I quickly, in addition to the smash up beer I made last week, I also need to just make a little supping beer for a few friends who are going to come round, and that's in 3 weeks time. So I just need to knock something else together quickly with using the old school method. I'm not going to film this because obviously I just want to get it done. That's it. Right, have a good week. Like, subscribe, share, leave any comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye.